Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is a video I am beyond excited to be making because, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to be showing you guys my first ever completed BeamNG monster truck track. It's not the craziest track you've ever seen. Again, it's my first time. I'm just really excited because it's my first one I've ever finished. It's the first one I've actually even tried making. So it's the first one I tried, first one I finished. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. So this video is just going to be showing off all the different components of it and stuff like that. Some things will probably have little tweaks in the future that I'll change, like little bumps or something that I'll shorten or get rid of or whatnot. But overall, the track style and all the ramps are done. And yeah, this is just a demonstrational video to show off everything. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys racing. It's pretty straightforward. You could really eyeball the track and determine what the racing is going to look like. But I'm still going to show you guys kind of... I don't know where my arrow key just went. That's fun. Okay. Well, that might be a problem for later, but I have to record this right now, so we'll worry about that another time. So, racing, again, just looking at this track, it should be pretty straightforward what the idea for racing is. But basically, we're going to get lined up right here. Take it down. And I haven't actually tried racing the blue lane very much lately at all, so it's a bit of a learning curve for me too. And you just get a pretty basic drag racing pass just like that, and that's the same thing that's going to happen there for the red lane, so we'll go over down there and do that same thing in the red lane. Now, racing, you do have to stay controlled. I know it's a drag race, so your first thought's probably going to be pedal to the metal. Don't do that. I'll use the red lane as a demonstration as to why you should not go as fast as possible here. So let's say we get to the start. First of all, that full send's not going to treat you very well. You're going to come into this jump, and now you're all crooked, all sideways, and you're going all kinds of wrong places. So, yeah. When you're doing racing, it's important to stay controlled. Don't go flying over the jammer is one of the biggest things. Other than that, just try to keep it straight. If you're getting a little crooked, try to correct it, and then step back on the gas. Just make sure you're always straight before throttling out, or you will end up going off course like I did right there. Racing, just about as straightforward as possible. Up next, what do you do for skills, best trick, whatever you want to call it? So I'll get to that next. There are a few ramps that are well suited for that. The first one is actually made specifically for that, so I'll go and demonstrate that right now. We're going to come up here, go over that crush car. See right here, there's a little divot, and then it takes into this little bump. You're going to go line up right here. And that will get you your stoppies, your moonwalks, everything like that. In my case, guess I'm not really warmed up right now, and I already lost the hood, but you get the point. You can walk this wherever you want to take it, all around the track. And you have a lot of floor space because there's nothing else in that middle lane, so you can kind of just take the truck wherever else you want to take it in that range. Up next, jammers. I would not recommend using the racing jammers. That's just going to take you back into all those other ramps. There is a jammer, however, that is made for freestyle and skills, and that is this one right here. Gonna accelerate into this, hits you up just like a jammer should, and it's perfect for getting slap wheelies, as you can see right here. That's not the only good ramp for wheelies. There is another ramp made specifically for wheelies, excuse the crush cars, which is right over here. This is the bus stack. You want to hit this with not too much speed because you might break a tie rod. You got to watch your speed there, but you can get a pretty good sky wheelie. If you're lucky, you can combo it up like that as well. So that's a pretty good way to do that. You also have the back sides of the racing lanes. I personally wouldn't recommend using those. From what I've found, your truck's cage tends to get caught on them, and it's just not really as trustworthy as a lot of the other ramps. So I will try right here. See, it just doesn't give you the kind of pop that you really want to look for, and you could end up going over like I did right there. Now, don't forget about everybody's favorite, or my favorite, and I guess Glendale's favorite, because they always win in Glendale's skills, bicycles. Everyone loves a good bicycle. So for bicycles, your best bet, really, from my testing, is you're going to want to go right over here, take this truck down this way, and pop it up onto those side two tires. I did not ride that bicycle very well, but you get the idea. That is the best ramp for doing bicycles on. You can be innovative, though. Don't feel like it's limited to that, of course. I mean, it's the skills challenge. You're supposed to show off your skills and your creativity in this competition, so always feel free to, you know, maybe take it over here and do it like a little Ryan Anderson, do a little Corey Rummel off this backflip ramp here, and try to pull off one of these. You always have that option as well. So yeah, feel free to just have fun with that. And then, everybody's favorite freestyle. Now there are, as you probably observed, a lot of SPS cars on this map, which is great for freestyle, not so great for lesser performing computers. So yeah, I'd probably recommend having a pretty decent computer for this, but shouldn't need to be too much because they are all FPS cars. We're going to start off with a nice little wheelie here. This is a demonstration freestyle right now. And there is a hidden gem on this track that I'll get to pretty soon. Now for this big ramp over here, your best bet is to really drift it around that corner like that. You can hit it square. It works like a charm. You can even combo it up into the crush cars, I guess. That works too. I wouldn't recommend hitting the backsides of those jammers too hard. It might not always end well. It can, but it can also rip out the entire front axle. So do be careful about that. Full send. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I should have braked before just full sending it. Oh, that's a brutal ending to the run. Alright. Well, I mean, we use this truck to demonstrate everything up until that point, so I guess it had to go at some point. Now, I'm going to show you all some other things that you can do with this track here, since that freestyle run's already over. First thing, pretty obvious. I think all of you could probably tell what this is. This is a backflip ramp. I could make it a container or something like that. I just feel like it has more of the raw, independent feeling when it's a bus like this. And it does work pretty well if you hit it with the right amount of speed. So that's why that's there. But if you don't like that idea, there is another backflip ramp. And the truck actually just lined up perfectly for it. If you bring your way right down here, you don't want to hit this with too much speed. But there is another backflip ramp right down here. A hidden little mini flip. Now, you do have to be careful about how much speed you hit it with. You saw there, we crept up on it and then accelerated when we were right up against it. If you just accelerate up to it, you're going to end up doing something like this, and it's not going to be pretty. So you do need to have some throttle control if you want to do the mini flip. And a similar thing can happen with a backflip, only instead of under rotating, you're going to go like flying through the air. So I'll show you guys that as well. So I mean, you really have to be smart with how much you accelerate, but I mean, it's just also a little bit more realistic that way. But yeah, if you just go full speed ahead for this backflip, you're going to end up doing something like this, which I guess if you want to do a forward momentum backflip, then sure, that's cool. But if you're trying to just get a backflip out of it, you really got to give it less speed. Now, it's only going to work so many times, but you can reset it if you want. But, I mean, it should still have another use out of it. Yeah, look at that. You just gotta hit it with the right amount of speed, and it'll work perfectly. I'll take it over to the blue side and show you guys that that's not just a flaw with the blue side. That's what happens when you hit it with too much speed here. So I'll come and demonstrate how it's supposed to look. Although it might not work because it's already a bit crushed, but we'll try here. It should work okay. Yeah. If you hit it with the right amount of speed, it does give you a perfect backflip, so you just gotta watch the speed. Now, for freestyle, there are some pretty cool opportunities for cross-threading, something like this. Like, that's always some fun. Oh, look, we even got that wheelie out of it. So, that's something with freestyles. There's really a lot of stuff on this track. So, there's a lot of opportunities to cross-thread it up. Like, this will land right on the fan. That's sick. Look at that. That's beautiful landing right there. So, yeah. You kind of got a lot of options for freestyle, what you want to do. You can even launch it off a roller if you really wanted to. Oh, it's an endo. That's cool. Like I said, this track just has so many options. It's inspired by the O'Reilly Outlaw Nationals tracks, the MAP Motorsports tracks, all that stuff. So that's why this is the way it is. And this middle ramp was actually directly inspired by the ramp that what's his face in Barbarian, like Devin Jones or something like that. No, it's Devin I don't know. But he uses it to do like endos, so that's what this middle ramp is inspired by. So you could do that and get the endos just like he does. So that's why that one is designed like that. It's a direct replica of as best as I could to one of those. But yeah, this track is just lots of fun. There's so many options. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now, at the time I'm posting this, unfortunately, even with everything I just said, this track is not currently on Beam Monsters. I still need to figure out how to save it to a file and everything. This is just a video kind of celebrating that my first track ever is done, and it works beautifully. You can even do corkscrews on it. I haven't even tried that yet. That was my first time ever trying that, and it worked like a charm. So yeah, track is lots of fun. There's a lot of room to really get your momentum. You could do this jump drift all the way around back, hit this jump, cross-start it into this, you know, a lot of different options here. Lots of fun. It can be a truck killer if you're not careful. I can't even start to explain how many tires I've lost on this track. So it's a mix-up. You got to stay controlled, but at the same time, you have a lot of ragged edge opportunities. So it's almost like a controlled ragged edge. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, because there's a lot of opportunity to go ragged edge and stay safe, but there's a lot of opportunity to break it, like I did right there. So yeah, it's a really fun track. I love everything about it. I'm going to be doing a freestyle competition for it sometime soon, just to kind of celebrate that it's done. Lots of fun though, and I'll let everybody know once it is publicly available, because as of now, I don't have it into a file or anything. It's still just saved as the Austin's Arizona Playground thing, which is the template I used. So all the bleachers and everything was from the template, but all the track itself, all these ramps and stuff, was me. So that's kind of how that works. So these cranes and stuff weren't from me, but that's part of the original template, which credits will be given for that when the mod is posted, of course. But yeah, love the track. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I absolutely love it. Let me know your opinions, and I'll see you all next time.